The film opens in Staten Island, New York, introducing us to V. Delmonico, a high school senior who blends into the background. V is artistic, quiet, and often overshadowed by her bold, adventurous best friend Sydney. While Sydney thrives on being the center of attention, especially online, V hesitates to take risks, preferring to stay safe, comfortable, and unnoticed. She's also weighed down by her mom, who is still grieving the loss of V's brother, Mike. His death from an accident hangs over the family, making V even more cautious. At school, Sydney gushes about a mysterious new online game spreading among teens called Nerve. It's part social media, part extreme challenge, and fully addictive. The rules are simple. People can join as either watchers or players. Watchers pay to watch and give dares, while players accept the challenges to earn money and fame. The catch? The dares grow increasingly risky, with the watchers in total control. Sydney is already a player, chasing dares to boost her popularity. She urges V to step out of her comfort zone and join, but V refuses, insisting she doesn't need to prove herself online. At home later that night, V scrolls through her computer. She sees Sydney's Nerve page, full of videos of daring stunts, each one earning her applause and notoriety. Feeling frustrated and overlooked, especially after Sydney teases her about being invisible, V finally clicks the button, Player. Immediately, the watchers flood her with a dare. Kiss a stranger for 5 seconds. Nervous but determined, V heads to a local diner and scans the room for someone who won't make it humiliating. That's where she meets Ian, a handsome, mysterious young man sitting alone reading a book. Mustering her courage, V walks over and asks if she can kiss him. Surprised but amused, Ian agrees. What starts as a quick peck becomes a lingering kiss as the watchers cheer online. The two strangers have undeniable chemistry, and the watchers immediately latch on to their connection. When the kiss ends, V tries to leave, but the watchers have a different plan. Her next dare appears on her phone: go to the city with Ian. If she accepts, the game will pay her $100. Hesitant but intrigued, V agrees, and Ian reveals that he too is playing Nerve. Suddenly, they're paired together, and the watchers can't get enough. In Manhattan, the game escalates. The watchers send them to a fancy department store where they must try on expensive clothes they can't afford. Dressed to the nines, they're dared to leave the store without paying. Security chases them, but they make it out just in time, rewarded with cash in their bank accounts. The adrenaline rush hooks V. She's doing things she never thought possible, and for once, people are noticing her. As the night unfolds, Ian and V tackle increasingly daring challenges. They ride a motorcycle at insane speeds, blindfolded, through the streets of the city. They dance in public, laugh together, and bond over their shared risks. For V, the game feels liberating, a way to break free from the shadow of her brother's death, her mom's overprotection, and Sydney's dominance. But cracks soon form. Sydney, watching from the sidelines, grows jealous of V's sudden popularity. What began as a game for her now feels like she's being replaced. Her resentment boils over when the watchers dare her and V to compete against each other, and their friendship strains under the rivalry. Sydney accuses V of stealing the spotlight, while V lashes out at Sydney for always belittling her. Meanwhile, V learns troubling things about Ian. Another player, Ty, warns her that Ian isn't who he seems. Digging deeper, V discovers that Ian has a criminal past tied to Nerve itself. He was once a player who went too far, and his actions got someone seriously hurt. The watchers are now manipulating him, forcing him to participate or face consequences. Suddenly, V realizes the game isn't just a harmless thrill, it's a system of control where watchers exploit players' desperation and fear. The dares grow darker. V is challenged to walk across a ladder suspended between two high-rise buildings, with nothing but the drop of death beneath her. Terrified, she hesitates, but with the watchers cheering and the lure of cash, she pushes forward. She barely makes it, shaken but alive. The experience rattles her. The game is no longer fun. It's dangerous. Back at home, V tries to quit. She tells her mom about the game, but when she attempts to delete her account, she finds she can't. The watchers have all her personal data, her photos, bank info, contacts. They send her a chilling message: snitches get stitches. Anyone who betrays the game faces punishment. V realizes she's trapped, and quitting isn't an option. Things spiral further when Ty challenges Ian in a brutal dare, forcing the two into a violent confrontation. Ian, desperate to protect V, admits the truth: once you're in too deep, the game owns you. Watchers control your every move, and if you disobey, they'll ruin your life. For V, the fantasy of freedom has turned into a nightmare of surveillance and manipulation. The climax arrives at a massive underground gathering, an arena filled with other players and hundreds of watchers streaming online. Here, the final dares take place. V is dragged into the spotlight, where she learns she's been set up for a horrifying finale. She must face off against Ian in a deadly game of Russian roulette. The crowd roars as the two are handed a gun. If Ian kills her, he wins. If she kills him, she wins. Refusal means their secrets will be exposed, and their lives destroyed. As Ian and V stand across from each other, the tension mounts. V refuses to let the watchers control her fate. In a shocking move, she turns the gun on herself and pulls the trigger. The crowd gasps, and the screen goes dark. But V's death is an illusion. The watchers don't realize that she and Ian, along with Ty, have orchestrated a plan. Using Ty's tech skills, they hacked into Nerve, exposing the system and broadcasting its corruption to everyone online. The death was staged, a trap to reveal the truth. With their secrets out, the watchers panic. The game collapses as players and watchers log off, horrified by their own complicity. For the first time, the curtain is pulled back on the culture of voyeurism and exploitation that fueled Nerve's popularity. In the aftermath, V walks away, shaken but stronger. She reunites with her mom, finally confronting her grief and taking back control of her life. Ian disappears into the night, his role in the game finished, leaving behind the possibility of a new connection with V. Sydney, humbled, reconciles with V, their friendship strained but not broken. The film ends on a bittersweet note. V has faced her fears and broken free, but the shadow of Nerve lingers, a reminder of how far people will go for attention, money, and the thrill of being seen.